We have all been there, right? Tossing and turning, just desperately chasing a good night's sleep. And you try everything you read about online, but nothing seems to stick. Well, what if the reason it's not working is that we've got our priorities completely backwards? In this explainer, we're going to dive into some research that suggests exactly that.
So yeah, this is the big question. What if the key to unlocking amazing sleep isn't where we've all been told to look? Let's just follow the data and see where it takes us. It's pretty surprising.
Okay, this list should look super familiar to just about everyone. Avoid your phone before bed, meditate, no coffee after 2 p.m., go to bed at the same time every night. You know the drill. This is the standard playbook for sleep hygiene. And hey, it's not bad advice, but is it the most important advice?
So let's start right there. Let's unpack these common tips, which our source actually calls the intangibles. You know, the stuff that's all about our mental state and our bedtime routines.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Just look at the numbers. Your mental state, all your worries and stress, its influence can swing from basically 0 all the way up to 99.9%. It is a complete and total wild card. And all that sleep prep, the hygiene stuff, it maxes out at about a 15% influence. That's not a whole lot.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? Trying to manage your mind as your #1 sleep strategy is, well, it's a gamble. Some nights, sure, a racing mind is absolutely the reason you're awake. But for a lot of other nights, it's barely a factor, even if you still sleep terribly. So if that isn't the main problem, then what is?
All right, let's keep going because this is where everything starts to shift. We're going to move away from those intangible ideas and get into something much more tangible, something our source calls the overlooked physical foundation of sleep.
So let's forget about the wildcards and the small percentages for just a minute. The research we're looking at points to one single area that consistently, night after night, has the most overwhelming impact on your sleep quality.
80%. I mean, just let that sink in. That's not a sometimes, it's not a maybe. According to this, it's the massive, foundational chunk of what makes or breaks your night. So the huge question is, what in the world accounts for 80% of our sleep quality?
And here you have it. The 80% is made up of what the source calls immediate physical factors. Put simply, it's all about your body's direct interaction with what you're sleeping on, your mattress, your pillow, the whole setup.
Let's break that down, because this is all about stuff you can actually feel. We're talking about pressure points, like is your shoulder getting jammed into the mattress? We're talking about your posture. Is your spine aligned or is it all twisted up? And are you getting real physical support all night long? Turns out these physical realities are the bedrock of good sleep.
Okay, so if our direct physical comfort is a massive 80%, that still leaves about 20% on the table. So where does that come from? Well, that brings us to the final piece of this puzzle, your actual bedroom environment. This chart breaks down that last 19.9% for us. And just look at what takes up half of that slice. Temperature. A full 10% of your sleep quality comes down to how hot or cold your room is. After that, you've got light and noise both tied at 4%.
I mean, this comparison really makes it crystal clear. We spend so much energy on blackout curtains and avoiding blue light, and those things do matter. But getting the temperature right in your room has more than double the impact. That's kind of wild, right? It's the undisputed king of your sleep environment.
So, what does this all mean for us tonight when we get into bed? It means we can basically throw out the old playbook and create a new data-driven one. It's time to completely reorder our sleep priorities.
So here it is, the new hierarchy for better sleep. Step 1, the 80% foundation. Start with your body. Is your mattress actually supporting you? Are your pillows right? Then step 2, the 19.9%. Optimize your room. Get the temperature right first, then worry about light and noise. And only then, as the very last step, do you focus on managing your mind. It's the final polish, not the starting point.
And this bar chart just says it all, doesn't it? Just look at the staggering difference. The foundation of your sleep is overwhelmingly physical. The vast majority of what influences your rest comes from your body's comfort and your room's environment. Those intangibles, they're the smallest and most unpredictable piece of the entire puzzle.
So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. For years, we've been trying to build our house of sleep from the roof down. We've been starting with our mental state when we should have been building the physical foundation first. Your comfort isn't a luxury, it's the absolute core of a good night's sleep.
And that really leaves us with one last big question to think about. After all the meditation apps, all the herbal teas, and all the stress, could it be that the simple, overlooked answer to your sleep problems isn't in your head at all, but quite literally in your bed?